listening to the Dynamic Women podcast. Each week, you'll be inspired by our global community of women. They'll share with you tools and stories to help you be dynamic in every area of life. Here's your host, award-winning coach, and the CEO and founder of Dynamic Women, Diane Rolston.
Today, I promised you that if you are struggling with balance of home and work, I'm going to share with you some of my personal hacks that I use, and I'm also going to share with you a big truth that you need to know. Sound good? Hope so. So here we go. Balance. Let's start off with the idea of balance. You know, this is like a rare unicorn. It is something that is extremely hard or impossible to find. And the joy of this is that we keep striving. We keep striving and we're driven. And so it's good that we're driven. It's good that we're looking for this. But what is not good about this is how it makes us feel when we're not balancing things properly. Now, the biggest problem with life and work balance is that people are trying to balance all 10 areas of life with the one area of life, work. And so if you think of that as a teeter-totter, as a scale, you are going to know that they are not balanced by any means, because work is only one of the 10 areas. So if you can imagine, on one side of the scale, you have like one coin, and the other side, you have 9 other coins or weights, whatever you want to call it. There is no way that this will be balanced. And what this does to us, what the negative effects of this are, we feel like we're not good enough. We feel like that we're not achieving. We get guilt when we're doing well in one area, but poor in another area. It also throws us off physically, mentally, emotionally. You don't want to have these negative effects of this lack of balance at home and work. Now, I do want to share, though, that there is actually no perfect way to be balanced in every single moment of every single day. That's not possible. It's not. But what we want to make sure that you are doing is, when you're juggling and you feel like things are going a little bit crazy, that you are not dropping the glass balls. You can drop the rubber balls because they're going to bounce back. But if you drop those glass balls, they smash. They're precious. These are your priorities. The priorities like family, maybe your business or career, your marriage, or your partner if you have one. It can also be other relationships that are in your life, your health. And so these things, if you drop them, like if you leave your living room messy, is it really going to kill you? Is it really going to harm someone? For the most part, no. The only time it would maybe matter is aesthetically. If it stays that way, it's not good for your stress levels. If you need to actually function in that room with other people for business or something, then that doesn't work. But you can let things go. But if you are struggling with balancing home and work, that first place to start is to remember that work is only one of the possible 10 areas of life. 10 areas. There could be more. You could have 8, you could have 9, or you could have 10. That's the kind of wheel of life that I work with in the coaching. And we always look at all areas. Why? You want to be balanced between all of the areas based on how satisfied you are in life. So the big truth is, if you are going to try to measure life against work, you will never win. Never, never, never. You will always feel off balanced because, as I said, 9 versus 1 or 8 versus 1 or 7 versus 1, the one side of the scale is going to be heavier all the time. So what are some hacks that you can do to feel more balanced? Well, it depends on what point of your life you are in. If you are in a very stressful time, if you are in a time when things are like, you feel like they're like falling on you, things are going crazy, in this time, what you want to make sure that you're doing is looking to what are the top priorities. So if you can imagine letting cream settle, right? And the heaviness on the top and the watery on the bottom. If you were to look at just like what's the cream of what you have, what's the priority, you want to just focus on that area. So maybe a priority for you is your health and your kids, because maybe you have something in your health, in your life, that if it's not managed, if you don't get the right sleep, like you could have seizures or you could fall into a deep depression. Like if the most important for you is that if that's a priority, and I mean extreme priority, these health should always be a priority, but I mean extreme priority. Can you get by without taking care of it for a while? Yes or no? That's really what you have to ask yourself. I am curious, how do you struggle with balancing home and work? I have hacks that I'm going to share, but I would love to know where you struggle and what you need help with, so that I can give you some specific hacks that will help and support you. And if you are watching the replay, please write replay and let me know. What is it that you have trouble balancing? I probably have a hack for it. Why? Efficiency is so important for me. I love getting lots done in a short amount of time. And so if there's a way that I can make it better, then I do. And I have this knack for looking at a situation and being able to come up with an alternative plan to problem solve. And so if you have something that you would like me to problem solve for you, and you're not able to share it with me today, then please head on over to your email and email me, Diane@DianeRolston.com, or find me on social and send me a message telling me where you have trouble balancing home and work. So as I was saying, when life is crazy, you need to look at what are the priorities. And so this will happen in times when maybe there's been a family member who passed or a loved one who's passed. This will also happen in times when maybe you've lost a job, or holiday season, or you're moving, or you have a new pet. So some sort of transition or a big project at work, that works too. That happens. So in these crazy times, you need to go into what I call maintenance mode. Now, maintenance mode means you take the cream, you take the bits on the top, you take the most important things of your life. And it might mean that your girlfriends, like meaning your friends that you hang out with, you don't get to hang out with them. It may mean that you have to keep good communication with your partner, but maybe you don't get to have those date nights that you want to have. So you strip back these other things. Maybe your house doesn't get a deep clean. That's okay. Maybe you don't get to read the books that you want to read. That's okay. So you're looking at the cream, the top priorities, and you only make sure that you satisfy them first. Any extra time, any extra energy, any extra money, that's when you get to focus on the other areas. Now, this is not something that is sustained for a long period of time. That's why I say you go into maintenance mode. You are just maintaining all the other good stuff. And these things, you're focusing on them so specifically so that you can stay balanced in the time of stress, in a crazy time, right? If you think of a boat on water, when the water is calm, you can walk around the boat, you can suntan, you can enjoy food and drinks with family on the top, you can take photos, you can go fishing, you can be anywhere on the boat, you can sleep, it's lovely. You can make a phone call. However, when the seas are crazy, when the water is rough, you're not going to go out there and take an Instagram photo. You are not going to go out there and read a book when things are crazy, right? What do they say? Latch down the, what? Tell me what that means, what that expression is. But you're going to close everything down and you're going to focus on what's most important. And what's most important is getting through the storm, getting through that time of stress. And so doing what you need to do in order to balance that. Okay. So that's about when things are crazy in your life. Okay. Here's another hack to get some home and work balance. If you find that you're always putting work in as a priority, always putting work in your calendar, I encourage you to grab your planner, grab your calendar, and actually write your home stuff in first. And by home, I mean not just your house, but your family and your friends and your health and your spiritual life and your personal development and all of these things that aren't work, that get kind of missed. And so you're going to look at your schedule for the week and go, I think on Wednesday I should have a date night. Or I think on Thursday I want to read a book. And Tuesday morning I'm going to go to the gym. And right? So you're getting the idea here. I'm going to clean my closet on Friday. So you're adding some other elements in. You're actually writing them in your calendar. If you write these home things, these personal things in your calendar, they're more likely to happen just like the things happened when you wrote them down for work. Why? Because when you write them down, you're committing to them. You're seeing them in there. You actually have to, on purpose, avoid it, dismiss it, ignore it, get away from it. You're making that a choice not to do it, rather than going weeks and weeks and weeks and going, wow, I've just been working nonstop. Have you ever felt like that? Probably. So now you know what to do in maintenance mode. Now you know how to bring more of the home or the personal side in to try and get some balance in there. Another hack that you can do is to start your day to balance yourself. Start your day with balance. What do I mean by that? There are so many gurus out there, people out there that have their own little morning ritual. You can go and follow what they do. One of my favorites is Hal Elrod's The Miracle Morning. And he lays it out, all the little steps. Now, this isn't rocket science. You have heard this before. You know about this. But what is the little morning ritual going to look like for you? Are you going to read? Are you going to meditate? Are you going to do some yoga, some exercise? Are you going to look at your vision board? Are you going to pray? Are you going to do a devotional? Are you going to read a quote? Are you going to read your affirmations? Did I say visualize? Are you going to stretch? Like, there are so many things that you can do. What if you just started tomorrow picking 3 things that you love? Maybe reading and some yoga and your affirmations. Just those 3 things. And what if you did each thing for 10 minutes? Wouldn't it be lovely in the morning to curl up in bed with a book for 10 minutes? Wouldn't it be lovely to just do a little bit of yoga and stretch it out and feel good for 10 minutes? Wouldn't it feel amazing to do your affirmations and start your day on this positive note? Yes, it would. It totally would. And what is this going to do for you? This is going to help you to feel grounded at the beginning of your day. It's going to help you to be in the positive mindset. You know, today I've been doing yoga in the morning, just at home, 20, 30 minutes in my living room, nothing special, but doing it. Today I was tired. I didn't want to. Why? Because yesterday I got up at 4. That wasn't a choice. I just got up. My brain was going. And so when my kids got up, if you don't know, my kids are 5 and 8, and they got up and I was ready for them. I was calm. I was chill. I already did what I wanted to do, and then I could focus on them. So you've had your time, right? This idea, you've had your time, so you're ready for the day. Whatever that means. You're ready for your kids, you're ready for your partner, you're ready for your dog, you're ready for the craziness, you're ready to jump on public transit or hit traffic. You're ready for that first conference call. You're ready for the day. And I'll tell you, today I wasn't ready for the day because I didn't do my little morning thing. And so I felt off balance. And when I felt off balance, I was annoyed and I was frustrated and I wasn't the most charming person this morning. Anybody relate to that? Okay. Now I have an opportunity to share with you 2 different things about balance. And I would love to hear from you to hear which one you would like to have me talk about next. I mean, on another time when I'm on here. So would you like it to be option A is the wheel of life? Do you want me to take you through all 10 areas of the wheel of life and help you to see how balanced you truly are in life? That's option A. Or option B, would you like me to talk about balancing the being and the doing in life? Now, what's the benefit of that? Some of you feel like you're doers. You're doing, go, 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 go. And then sometimes you hit a spot where you go, oh my gosh, I don't think this is the right choice for me. Why? Because you didn't check in with who you're being. And then B'ers, you're like, oh my gosh, it's so good to be. I totally know. I'm self-aware. I know where I'm at. But then you're not doing. You're not getting anywhere because you're just in the moment. So there are benefits to both. There are disadvantages of both. And that's why you need to actually be a combo of both. So let me know. Would you like to have me go through the wheel of life next week, or would you like me to go give you the life balance quiz? Both of them are tools. Both of them I will share with you. I just want to know which one you want to go to next. So you can let me know by reaching me on social and saying the wheel of life or option A, or you can tell me the life balance quiz or option B. And you can send me an email to diana@dianerolston.com. So motivation, the thing is motivation. I love that word, motivation. I don't think really motivation is more like decision. When I feel sluggish in the morning. So we have the immediate, like, let's put a Band-Aid on the situation. Let's get you a solution. Or we could go to bigger picture here. And so this is for anyone who's feeling sluggish. When do you feel sluggish? Just the morning? All day? And then look at your patterns. So this is for everyone to be thinking about. Look at your patterns. How is your going to bed time? Is it consistent every single night? Do you have a little good night routine that you take yourself through, just like kids? You know, it's helpful for us to a little wind down, and not wine the drink wine, wind it down. So are you drinking lots of caffeine? Are you drinking caffeine and alcohol? Are you having lots of sugar or a lot of processed foods? So anytime you're feeling sluggish, kind of look to that department, the physical piece. Is there anything there that's holding you back that you can personally control? Next, if you're still feeling sluggish and you eat well and you go to bed on time and you have a good night routine and you're getting up at a decent time, then checking in with what else is going on with you internally, right? Are your hormones in balance? Do you have all the vitamins that you need, or are you needing some supplements for something? How's your cortisol? Is it through the roof? Is it low? Is it needed where it needs to be? So really checking in, for me, checking in with a naturopath is good when I'm feeling sluggish. I often know for me, it's when I feel sluggish, it's because I'm running myself into the ground, no balance, or I'm just choosing work and I'm not doing any of the physical stuff. And then I'm eating crap because I'm looking for the energy. And so that's all that kind of piece. Now, there's also a mental health component of feeling sluggish. And so really checking in with, is there any, unresolved emotions? Is there any stress that's happening in life right now? Is there anything that you're dealing with? Because that can affect your sleep and that can affect just how you're functioning. It'll feel like you need to push all the time. And so I want you to make sure that you look at kind of the deeper cause of feeling sluggish. Now, for any of you who are like, I am perfectly healthy, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, I'm awesome, life is good, I'm still frigging sluggish. Like, how do you help me with that? So in that case, what I have found has helped, so a little hack for this, is at night, make a decision as to when you're getting up. And make a getting up plan. A frigging plan. So if you write down in your planner, I look here because I got my planner, write down in your planner, 7 a.m., wake up. And then what happens next? 7:05, read my book, or whatever your little morning routine is. Or maybe it's jump in the shower is the first thing you do. What I like to do is I get up and go to the bathroom first thing, but I make my bed so I don't crawl back into it, because I can totally feel like that. And then I go down this rabbit hole of wanting to be cozy in bed. And so make that decision at night, because the night person can make that decision for the morning person. The morning person wants to do what the night person has said to do. So you're going to do that. You're going to make a plan at night for the morning. And then in the morning, you need to plan around your alarm clock. So is your alarm clock beside your bed? That's easy to turn off. If it's on your Fitbit or your watch or whatever, that's easy to turn off. However, if your clock is in another room or even at the end of your bed, it is harder to turn off, and that could be the thing. Now, what's her name? My brain just drew a blank. 5-second rule. 5-second rule, girl. Anyway, Google 5-second rule. You'll find it. Her big thing is Mel Robbins. There we go. Mel Robbins. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So the idea is you're in bed. You're like, oh, gotta get up. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And you actually have to say the word go. Now, what that does for you is it's a trigger to tell you to actually get up and move. And so for that, you've got the upper level appearance of this whole thing, or the core issue. Find out why you're sluggish. If you are feeling good, then you know that it is something else, and you just need to get your butt out of bed. And another thing here might be, if you're not wanting to get up out of bed, it might be that you're stressed about stuff that's going to be happening, and so your escape is in bed. But if it's just a tired thing, then you really need to look at that. But you have all these things in the engine. But if those things aren't there, if those things aren't functioning properly, and you try to go 120 on the highway, well, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you are going to take some of the tips that I gave you around balancing your home and your work. Now, you can listen to me every week. You can go back and listen to other times, other episodes when I've been sharing different tips and strategies. And if you have something specific you'd like me to cover, please message me, Diane@DianeRolston.com, and let me know. So I shared with you some hacks today for how to maintain life during a stressful time. So maintain that balance. And I shared with you how to get balance in the work-life situation, and a few hacks. I have more hacks, and if you would like me to share more hacks with you, let me know, and in what area of life, and I'm happy to share that with you. Have a great week, everyone. Stay dynamic. Bye.
Thank you, Dynamic Women, for joining us today. Please hop on over to iTunes to subscribe and leave us a review. Who do you know who needs to hear our message? We'd love it if you'd share our channel with your friends and family. If you're ready to be more dynamic, have more balance and more success, head over to www.dynamicwomenclub.com/free gift for your Key to Success book. Stay dynamic.